Hey friends, and welcome back. Today we're gonna be working on a couple of maple seedlings. I had collected some rocks when I was out working with my dad in the woods. We were doing some tree surveys, and as I was walking around helping him, I collected some rocks to be able to plant on. So wanted to show you guys the pot that I made the other day. I had painted it black. So nice little pot. I had made another one really quick just to use up the concrete, and I painted that one red. So I'm gonna be using that one. I'm gonna save the black one for something else. But want to show you guys the greenhouse. Just got it all finished up, and got it set on the foundation here, and it looks pretty good. Let me show you guys the inside here. So as you open it up, come in here, and not bad. The roof opens up here. You could open that up, and got my thermostat here. You could see the humidity is probably over 100. No, 90%. I don't even know if that one's correct. I know this one is. So about 65 in here. So looks pretty good. Just got some little seedlings in here, and this is my neighbor's tree. I'm watching it for him. A ficus, I think. I don't know. I don't do tropical trees. But yeah, this is the greenhouse, and turned out really well. It was super hard to build. I would never, you couldn't pay me to do another one of those. It was horrible. Worst thing I've ever built in my life. But yeah, let's get started. I got just a couple little seedlings here, a couple maple seedlings, and these are the rocks I collected when I was out walking. Check these out. So pretty cool, nice little rocks. So rocks that you could put some plantings on. Check this one out. Look at that. So that's pretty cool. Whichever way you want to do it. I'd do it like that, like a nice little mountain. So you could throw like the seedling. Here, let me set you guys down here so I'm not moving you guys around. So I got this little seedling here. Nice maple. You could just throw that on there like that. Get the roots underneath. You can go the other way if you want, something like that. Get it in those grooves right there, just so it sits in there, and then it will mold to it, and be pretty cool when it grows up a little bit. So this tree doesn't need to be huge. It could be a nice little shohin sized maple, you know, something that wraps around the rock. You know, and get those roots underneath so it grows into the pot, you know, something like that. But yeah, see if we could do this with this right now, and a couple other trees. I got a couple little more there. I'm gonna grab a couple pots I have stashed up top, and we'll get started. Also, check this out. I had burnt some copper and some copper wire, and so I got some copper wire to be able to you know, tie branches up to the rocks, and nice size copper wire to be able to do whatever you want, tie whatever you want with them. So what I did was just get a fire going and just burnt up regular wire, like electrical copper wire, and was able to get wire, to use on whatever I want without having to waste, aluminum wire. And this wire is really thin, so it's nice to be able to use this stuff for whatever. So that's a good idea for you guys if you guys need something to use. So it just looked like this. I'll show you guys. Just regular copper wire that I grabbed. Regular wire like this. So all I did was just put it on a metal piece and just set it in the fire, and it burnt all the way. And you just take that excess off, and that's it. Then you got regular wire, and you could just tie it up like how I did. So it's perfect stuff to use to be able to tie up to the rocks, or to tie up the pots or whatever. So I grabbed this pot from up top. Nice little pot. Plastic. See if it will work with this here. If we set that in there. I do things that everybody's able to do. These seedlings, grow naturally. So anything that grows naturally by you guys that you like, you're able to use. So I just really dug these out of the ground, just to be able to use them. And, and found these rocks in the woods. So anything that I do, you guys are able to do it. They're just nice little projects to do, and in the future, they might turn into something very, very nice and nice to have and look at. Let's see how we're gonna set this. There's a nice little groove right there. This way, it could wrap around the rock. Whether we set that like that. I think that's good, and then we're able to just bend it up a little bit. Just like that, the roots go right into the soil, and maybe we'll push it up like this a little bit. I don't know. I'm not really that's one way. Even that's pretty cool too. But I want this to be able to, let's see if we could carve this out, this rock a little bit with a hammer. And this way it could sit nice and flush in there, and then be able to go up. So I have a nice little chisel hammer here. Got a couple different kinds. I got this nice little pick one. But just to be able to make a nice little groove, I'm just gonna sit there and just break that up. make it so the plant can just sit right in there. Get those roots to go underneath. Go ahead, cut some of the swire here and get this plant set up. Which one is this one? Yeah, like I was saying, this stuff is awesome to have. Just laying around, you could use it for whatever you want. It's nice and strong. So I want to make sure those roots are on the bottom. Get that tied up there. Let me grab some pliers really quick. Hopefully you guys are on frame. Let's get that on there nice and snug. So I'm going to go ahead and get one more on there. So doing this type of stuff, you know, this stuff will be something someday. You know, it just takes time and it takes patience, and you know, the hard work that you put into it will you'll get out of it. You'll see it one day. You know, this is just regular stuff, you know, that you find just in your area. And I know this stuff is hardy because it grows naturally here. So I'm just setting that right into that groove right there. Making sure that it curves to the rock. You know, it goes with the rock, the copper wire, and it's nice because it camouflages in there with it. Oops! I accidentally cut it all the way. Damn it. It's alright, I could use that wire to straighten this maple out. I don't want to put too much wire on here. So maybe I'll just go ahead and see if I could go up with it a little bit more. Just be able to straighten it out. No, I'm not going to do that because I want it to go in the groove here. Perfect. That's perfect. So as we set that in there, I could just sit right into the rocks. That's pretty cool. Let me make sure I get these roots wet a little bit. And then with that greenhouse, I could just set it right into the greenhouse. Actually, I don't think I'll do that yet. The humidity will be good for it. Alright, what's next? See, if it just straightens out just a little bit, it'd look good. But I think I'll do that on its own. I don't want to get too much wire on here. I think I'm going to go ahead and just get this planted up. Let me get a little bit more soil in here. So what I'm using is just bark and regular soil. I don't have any amount of bonsai soil. And since this is just early in its stage, I really don't care what it's in. I think a little bit more soil. I'm going to go ahead and get this tied up and start on another one. Alrighty, so just finished it up and just added some soil to it. So I'm going to go ahead and get it watered in after this. But here's a little 360 of it. So I think it looks pretty cool how it's goes just right in there and comes out. So not bad, you know. Hopefully the sun will be able to bring it up a little bit. Something like that would be good. Right now it's too far out, but the sun will be able to do all that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do another one, and I'm gonna go get this watered in.